Hey everybody, it's Adamo here from Adamo's Garage. We're here at the THOR booth, SEMA 2025, and we're here with none other than Pan the organizer.
Who is this guy? How are you, Adamo?
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you,
in person. Everyone, Pan the organizer in the house, at the House of Rags booth, for sure.
It's been a crazy few days.
Nuts. This is day number 2. But yesterday you were a witness to that. It was amazing. Pandemonium, pun intended.
Yes, pandemonium. Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
Pan's got a bunch of new products coming out. He's got a few sneak peeks of some that have been announced yesterday. And I was wondering if you could go over the line.
Absolutely.
I might have a few questions in between.
Please do.
And we'll showcase what you have coming.
What it's all about. So Clean by Pan the organizer is my brand. We launched in September of 2024. I had always promised my audience that if I found new raw materials or if I felt that the competition was heating up and I needed to update the formulas, I would. So I released a lot of version 2s of many of the popular products. We also have a new release that I'll get to in a few seconds. But if we go from left to right, this one was released yesterday, so this is available at the store now. This is the Decon shampoo, so this is the alkaline version. If you have any organic contamination, like your road film, your traffic film, greases, oils, those kinds of things, you can use this in your foam cannon. You can use this in your bucket as well. So that would be one of the Decon steps.
What's the pH in that one?
Officially, for the Decon shampoo, I can't say it yet, because the SDS is going to be updated soon. I have to wait for the chemist. I'm very thorough, so I'm going to wait for the chemist to give me the final version on that. Next, we have the acidic demineralizing shampoo. This one is also available.
Right.
So this is more for your inorganic contamination. So your mineral deposits, your lime scale, if you have water spots that you want to remove, this is your more gentle step before moving to the water spot removal.
Great for our Canadian
Absolutely.
winters.
So for people in winters like we have in Canada, you're going to want to remove the minerals if it's clogging your coating, for example. So start with always your pH neutral. If you see that the hydrophobics are fine, stick to that, that's good. If you need a further decontamination step, because somehow the properties are masked or clogged, well then you can step up to this if you're in winter salts, or if you're in a place like the UK, for example, it rains a lot, it pulls up all the oils from the ground, throws it on the body of the car, and then that can also mask your properties. So for that oily stuff, you'd use the alkaline pre-wash. This is the acidic, that's a pH of 1 to 1.5.
Okay.
Once diluted, maybe a little more than that, but they're all safe on ceramic coatings, safe for all the surfaces. We have the shampoo, of course. So the version 1 was a pH neutral.
Yes.
Version 2, what we're updating now, this was really, really loved. We're increasing the pH just a little bit to give it more bite, so more cleaning power. We're adding more lubricity.
No change in scent?
No change in scent. No, this is so
nuts.
loved by people. You remember this one? Yeah.
It's still one of my favorites.
We're working on a collab with BioBombs for an air freshener little packet for the car. So they're BioFresh bars, and this is going to be the scent we're working on, so stay tuned for that. So more lubricity for V2, and we're also doubling the concentration. So we went from a 1 to 256 dilution ratio to a 1 to 500. So that means in your wash bucket, only 1 ounce, and in your foam cannon, only 1 ounce.
Wow.
Wild. You're still getting the same crazy foam. You're getting that clinging capability. So the multi-surfactant package in there as well. So that dual foam layer, dual stage, the rinse off, super easy. And despite us increasing the concentration, I still managed to keep the viscosity almost identical to V1.
Really?
Which means easy to mix. And no, none of that clumpiness. I don't like that.
Yeah, it was easy always to come out of the measuring cup.
Exactly. There you go. So we kept that with this. So big improvements for version 2s.
With the increase in concentration,
yes.
What is price point going to be?
No, that's the thing. Even with V2s, I try to keep the price point either equal, or if the raw materials cost a little more, there might be a small increase, but nothing earth-shattering.
But if it's a small increase, you're almost doubling the concentration.
Correct. So you're getting more value compared to V1, for sure.
Yeah.
So the rinseless wash stays unchanged for now. We had the iron remover that we released recently, so good thing about this one, there's TGA. It still smells like rotten eggs, but we paid more for the premium raw material, which is a lower odor version, but I wanted performance is always important for me. So this is a quick reacting one. When you spray, not waiting 2-3 minutes for a color change, the reaction happens in a few seconds. And there's also more lubrication compared to traditional iron removers because I want to be able to pair it with the Clean by Pan clay towel, which is a synthetic perforated decontamination towel. So there's no abrasives in there. And paired with the lubricity of this, well, you're decontaminating chemically and mechanically in one step. So you're saving time, you're getting all the performance. This has no solvents, so will not deteriorate the resin on the Clean by Pan clay towel.
And that's important. I mean, if smell is still there, fast reacting,
yes,
means less time
smelling that
Smelling,
stuff.
yeah,
But you're going to
absolutely.
notice it is a lower version, but still it smells like cheeks. Let me say that, as my buddy Eddie would say. So the water spot remover is next. So if you have water spots that have been left unattended for a long time, keep in mind those water droplets, when they evaporate, they leave minerals behind, right? So those minerals, if you leave them too long on the surface, they can start etching through. So I usually do a multi-step process where I always start with the most gentle method first, which would be the demineralizing shampoo, because you're diluting this right in water. And then if that still doesn't remove the staining, you remove the minerals. But if you still see etching, you can go next to a dedicated acidic water spot remover. With V2, we added more lubrication, more power. So it's more, definitely more potent. And then you know that if this still doesn't do it, you're up to machine polishing steps, perhaps water sanding, unfortunately, or a full panel respray. So the best way to combat water spots, do a regular washing of your car.
Regular maintenance.
Don't let those cars unattended for 2-3 months in the baking sun. That will wreak havoc.
Absolutely.
So V2 is more powerful, more lubrication. We're moving next to, of course, the world-renowned at this point, ceramic coatings, the 3-year, the 8-year. If you guys know Dimitri's Garage YouTube channel, check him out. He did very objective testing with gloss meters, with water contact angle measurements. He did scrub tests for durability, the whole 9 yards. And these still to this day, they're ranked, well, you know, first place. Haven't been dethroned yet, so it's a testament to the amount of work, effort, and R&D testing that we put into these. And the magic, this is the unveiling. We were able to take the resin from these coatings and we released the Clean by Pan ceramic spray coating. Now I say this is going to destroy the internet. Why? Because it's the simplicity. So these are already stupid simple to apply. So excuse the language. 1 layer system. A child can apply it. Cross hatch, up and down, left and right, 1 to 2 minutes on the panel. Easy wipe off. No toppers needed. Only 1 hour curing time. You can release it in the elements, even if it's raining, no problem. And then for maintenance, regular washing, decon, that's it. If you want to apply a quick detailer or a ceramic spray sealant, you can for more gloss and slickness, but it's not necessary. So we took that same resin, the same technology, and we're able to put it in a spray form. So 1 year durability, but the cool thing about this one, you get 3 ounces in there, 90 milliliters. You can coat 3 to 6 cars on average, and it's still multi-surface compatible, just like these guys. So paint, wheels, glass, plastic trim, metal exhaust tips, PPF, vinyl wraps, even matte surfaces, wheels, whatever it is for the exterior surface, you can coat with this or this, no problem. Also,
so price per job is going to be
peanuts.
It's going to be out of this world.
So you spray a few sprays on your microfiber towel. You're up and down, left and right, your crosshatch. You let it sit for a minute. You're going to see the flashing, the rainbowing effect. There's almost nothing left at the end of that minute because it kind of melts into the paint. It's a pretty awesome stuff, a pretty awesome thing to see. Then you take your first leveling towel, do your first level, take your second clean and dry towel, buff off, that's it, you're good to go. Only an hour of curing, drive off in the elements, and you can also use this as a topper if you want more gloss and slickness to these ceramic coatings. So either you have an existing coating that's starting to fail or is a bit weak, you want to boost the performance from any brand, by the way, you can use this as a topper. All you need to do, wash the car, dry it. I would do a panel prep spray. Step to remove any oils and residues, and then your squeaky clean surface, no problem for an existing coating, by the way, they resist the panel prep sprays, no problem, and you can apply this. Or if you're done applying a fresh application of the Clean by Pan coatings, wait 12 hours and then you can apply a top layer of this on top. So this will cross-link with the existing layer.
Excellent.
Yep.
What would be, you say an hour for release?
Yes. Yep.
What happens if you're in a warm environment and going out to as us in Canada, a freezing environment?
Good point. So if you're in a freezing temperatures, you will want to keep the car indoors for 12 hours. Because you still need time for the coating to settle, cross-link properly. So an hour to release is if room temperature or under, but as long as you're not in freezing temps. So when you're starting to get close to that 0 degrees Celsius, keep the car indoors for 12 hours. That's the only exception. Also, the cool thing about these coatings and the ceramic spray coating is only 12 hours are needed, but then you can also wash it with a pH neutral soap. So the majority of coatings you have to wait 7 days, right, for full chemical resistance. Same with this, full 7 days, except with a pH neutral, after 12 hours, you can wash your car if needed. If you get a bird bomb or if you're in an area, something happened, you can wash your car as long as it's pH neutral.
Excellent.
So this is going to be a big
I think
banner
that's going to be, it's going to break the internet.
So it comes with 3 sprayers in there. The packaging is nice. So we kept that same theme going with the Easter egg on the label, so the reverse water droplets, because you get the same 110-degree contact angle for the water droplets, so super hydrophobic, exactly like these guys. And you even have a little more gloss and a little more slickness compared to the ceramic coating. So it's just, I think it's going to be a bang.
Even more than these?
Even more than these, yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Once you use it.
Yeah, the cool thing about this one, so these guys, shelf life 1 year if unopened. Once you open them, up to 6 months, as long as you keep them in a freezer. This one here, 1 year of shelf life, opened or unopened.
Really?
As long as you keep this cap sealed correctly, you're gonna have 1 year of shelf life, no need to freeze it. So the technology in there allows this to be stable, because these are more hardcore coatings, right?
Yeah, of
so
course.
they leave a thicker film build. So this one here is meant for ease. So as long as the cap is sealed, you're fine.
I understand there's 3 sprayers in it,
Correct.
but can sprayers be reused?
Yes, what I do is when you're done using, I unscrew it, I empty out whatever liquid was in back into the bottle,
Right.
reseal the cap, good to go. That's it.
Excellent.
Super simple. Spray polish stays unchanged. The cool thing about this one, if you guys haven't heard about the spray polish, I wanted a simple polishing system. So one spray can act as a compound. If you pair it with the Clean by Pan wool cutting pad, we did a partnership with Buff and Shine for all our pads, because I love the brand. They do
They're
great
excellent.
pads. Then it can be used as a polish if you combine it with a blue foam polishing pad in the line. So if you just want to do
Just a one step.
these two together, that's all you need. So no silicones, no fillers, body shop safe, no dusting, even smells amazing.
It does.
This, because it's in spray form, you're using a lot less compared to a traditional liquid form. So 2 sprays on your pad to prime it, 1 or 2 sprays for subsequent passes, very quick to cut, nice finish.
I find it easily controllable, easily, you can control the amount that you're putting on.
Correct.
If you increase the amount of polish,
You're not getting more cutting
You're not
power.
getting more cutting?
This is made to save on liquid.
Okay.
All you want is that uniform. That's why
So
I
it's
like to
pad
spray.
dependent.
Exactly, for sure. And then we have the white jeweling foam pad. If you just want to eke out a little more of that gloss at the end, this is great with a rotary. But all 3 of these you can use with a DA, force rotation, rotary. It doesn't matter.
Excellent.
Whatever machine you have at home. So essentially 2 pads in your line with this, and no
You're done.
guesswork,
Yeah.
not having to worry about which pad and polish combination for the specific paint, and I don't want those headaches. This works
Ease of
super
use.
well. We have the panel prep spray, so we're with version 2. Version 1 was already super good, but version 2, less of
was
the
fantastic.
solvent type odor. So there's still solvents and co-solvents in this one, but more cleaning power and certainly more lubrication as well.
Oh, really?
Lubrication on
Okay.
the surface when you're wiping, you're doing this after your paint correction,
Yep.
so you want to induce as less marring as you can with the microfiber towels. So this lubrication is nuts, and it's great to pull out all the oils. So
Right.
there is IPA in there, but also solvents and co-solvents, because IPA alone isn't always enough to pull out all those oils from the clear coat.
You need something
can
to
free
suspend them so you
exactly.
can remove them.
Dissolve and remove with your microfiber towels. Next in the line, one of the crowd favorites, the Quick Detailer. This is a version 2. So version 1 was already super good. This is the kind of thing you're going to use for regular maintenance, every wash, every other wash, every month. So a few weeks to about a month of durability. This is not meant for the long term. This is meant for a quick, using as a drying aid with your drying towel, or you just want to spritz something out, you want to remove a smudge, a bird dropping, for example. But this one here, we increased the gloss, increased the slickness. You're still getting anti-static properties, UV protection, whole 9 yards, and of course, we kept the blue Jolly Rancher scent that people love. Yeah.
I have a question about
Yes.
scents.
Yep.
I know you're doing a collab with BioBombs.
Biobombs. Yep.
Have you thought of doing Clean by Pan sprays and whatnot? Because
It's
all
probably
of your
going to be
scents
in the
are
works, because we're
insane.
working with perfumers already for this, the fragrances. So there will be probably something down the pipeline. But let me know what your favorite scents are,
Yes.
so I know, and then I can develop something that the people want. It's
Absolutely.
always for the culture. Next up, so we have 4 different levels of paint protection. So the weakest, but where we focus more on lubrication for the surface, gloss and slickness, Quick Detailer. So this few weeks to about a month.
That was going to be
step
my
up
next question.
Yep.
How does it rank with
is
everything
the
else?
ceramic spray sealant. So that we have a version 2 of this. Then the 3rd step would be the 1 year ceramic spray coating. And then of course the final step, the 3 and the 8 year. So depending on your budget, what kind of protection you want, we have things for every brackets. So the ceramic spray sealant, V1, was a juggernaut. 6 to 12 months of protection. It was killer for resistance to chemicals, great gloss, great slickness.
Yeah.
So what we did with V2, we heard you guys, I love the feedback. Didn't care as much for the durability side, but you wanted a better user experience, meaning that in certain situations, some were getting streaking. I never had that, but you never know which conditions, humidity, you never had that either.
I never had
Good
that,
to hear,
so.
but sometimes, it can happen. That's why we were saying to use less, but with V2, no streaking. You can just spray as a normal. It's not 1 or 2 sprays. Use as much as you want.
Can you eddy overspray?
You can eddy overspray, no problem. All the exterior surfaces too, by the way, even matte surfaces, PPF, vinyl wraps, glass, plastic trim, paint, headlights, taillight, the whole exterior, no problem. And with V2, we have 2 to 6 months of durability now, because for the 1 year, we have the ceramic spray coating.
Yes.
So where this one, what we did more is gloss and slickness. Hydrophobics were already amazing. That too has been upped. So the raw materials in there allow it to be higher performing for the user experience and for gloss and slickness.
Excellent.
But you're still getting 2 to 6 months, and we also kept the 3 ways of application.
I was just about to ask.
So the dry application, that's fine. You can also do a wet, 2 different types. Drying aid with your microfiber drying towel, so as a drying lubricant, or you can use it as a spray-on, rinse-off sealant. So I would do a few sprays on each panel, with 1 panel at a time. Take your pressure washer. I like to go down to up to spread the product, and then final rinse top to bottom, and that's it. 2 minutes, you did your whole car, and you added protection.
Excellent.
So we kept that with this.
Wheels
Same
as
great
well.
scent. Wheels as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for the inner barrels, a few sprays on the face, a few sprays in the inner barrels. Same thing, down to up, up to down, and you have water beading and protection.
Yeah.
So UV, anti-static, everything's in there.
Great for wash clay seals as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic.
Works. Thank you. That's a good one. You know what? I should hire you to come to work with me on my brand, right? So next is the interior quick detailer. We also did a version 2. By the way, if I didn't mention this, the way you can tell it's a version 2, in the dot of the logo, we have this nice V2 in white, and in the top of the label here, you get to see the V2 moniker. So this, you can easily distinguish compared to version 1s, right?
Exactly.
All version 2s, by the way, they will come hopefully before year's end. So these are not available yet at the store. V1s are still there, which are amazing.
Attention the exhibit hall. Welcome to day 2 of the 2025 SEMA show. Today's show hours are from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's another awesome day. Let's make it a great one. The show is now open.
There we go.
Oh, no clapping today, less clapping.
Yeah,
you see
less
people have
clap.
lower energy today.
Yeah, yesterday was wild.
So yeah, for the interior quick detailer, what we did with version 2, we added a different surfactant package because this does both cleaning and protecting. But this time we added gentle foaming action. So the feedback we were getting, the performance was amazing, but people didn't necessarily see where they were applying with the microfiber towel.
Exactly.
So with this one, when you're wiping with your towel, you spray it in your towel, wipe it on the surface, you're going to see a little bit of that foaming action, but it wipes residue free, still gives you that OEM matte appearance, none of that greasy, sloppy, I don't like that.
No.
And also if you use a detailing brush, a soft brush, now you're going to get that gentle foaming action.
Okay.
So you wipe off, it just looks cool, and it's more for the visual aspect. More foam doesn't mean more cleaning, it's just a visual thing, right? We still get the sweet melon scent that people absolutely loved. UV protection, anti-static properties, you can still use it on all your interior surfaces. So your vinyls, your leathers, your plastics, your gloss black trim, infotainment displays, glass, carpets, upholstery, anything on the inside except Alcantara. You don't want a wet Alcantara, so I would use a dedicated foam for Alcantara.
Can this be put in a small pump former?
Yes, and you can also use this diluted. So we're going to give, in the final version, dilution instructions depending on which surface you're using it on. So V1 was ready to use, non-dilutable. This one here, extra value.
So more bang for your buck.
Again, yes, exactly. So I like usually ready-to-use formulas, which this you still can use ready-to-use. So direct, no dilution needed. But if you want a little more value with this one, you're going to be able to dilute it.
I would probably
depending
use
on
it
your use case.
undiluted.
Yeah, me too. I like neat. For the tire
really
dressing,
intrigued me.
I think so. So V1, guys, was amazing because we were going for durability. It was solvent-based, VOC compliant, but solvent-based. It gave a little bit of that sheen, a little more on the glossy side of sheen without being overly oily, but the durability, 3 to 4 weeks, it was nuts. It had great resistance to chemicals, hydrophobic properties. I loved the finish, but the feedback I got is a lot of people prefer water-based, but I don't do normally water-based because durability is just not there. Usually you get
water-based
1
myself,
week, a few days, maybe 2 to 3 washes, but not great.
Yeah.
But with this one, we were able to do water-based and keep the same 3 to 4 weeks durability. So I don't know how they pulled it, but they pulled it off the chemists. They did a great job. And this time we're getting a little lower sheen, so it's closer to a matte to sheen finish, which I like and a lot of people prefer. So water-based, you're getting more blackening effect, so a darker, richer rubber appearance at the end. And of course, no slinging, just like the previous one. But yeah, so the big change, water-based, but you're still getting that crazy durability.
Can it be layered?
Yes, if you want a little more gloss,
Okay.
you add another layer, so wait 10 minutes for it to cure, drive off any elements, you're good to go.
Perfect.
And you can also put a sprayer. Of course, I ship it with a pop top because I like to use a foam applicator. But if
Me
you
as
want
well.
to use one of the TOC sprayers or whatever good sprayer you have, you can use this with a sprayer.
Excellent.
And spray it on. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's the entire
That's the
lineup
whole
for
lineup.
you. Of course, we have microfiber towels. This
With
one
a
here
logo.
does have a logo on the Clean by Pan logo on the towel. Dual-sided for this one, 35 by 27. So we have a micro twist loop if you don't want it to snag on emblems.
I'd like that for emblems and
You
whatnot.
like that?
Yeah.
Exactly. And on the other side, we have the twisted loop.
Yeah.
So this is all South Korean. I partnered up with the House of Rags.
Yes.
They have a fantastic factory in South Korea. These are all hand-packed, hand-inspected. They're even pre-washed in the package, so when they arrive, they're ready to use. I still, for good measure, like to wash before first use, but if you don't, you just want to use them, they're good to go.
Yeah.
They don't bleed. I had my orange rinseless drying towels with the white Jobber 350s in my line, and these teal ones, first wash, no bleeding, the white was
nothing.
still white. So they did a really great job with the quality. I don't have all the towels here. Believe it or not, we're sold out, like everything in the line. And for me,
happens
I couldn't
quite
have
often
my
'cause
own.
it's a good product.
Thank you, I appreciate it. No, you guys have made it the success that it is. I'm blessed with a great audience. But yeah, so we have microfiber towels, different ones, different sizes, mitts as well. Check those out.
The
Of course,
mitts.
you have the pads.
I'm a mitt guy
Me
myself.
too. Yeah, that's why I developed it.
Yeah, I'm a mitt guy. My hands are small, so I'd like to be able to
Yep.
put in and wash. It can be used as a pad.
Yeah, if you want to, yeah, you can put the cuff
I've
in.
also tucked it
Yeah,
in
exactly.
and used it as a pad.
Yep.
So yeah,
Yeah, I like
the
that
mitt's
a
fantastic. I like the dual weave. I like the twist loop for mass
Yes.
drying.
Yep.
And then when you get around the emblems and whatnot, it's easy enough to
Correct.
flip around and get into the ink.
You got it. And for people who want a smaller size, we have what we call the rinseless drying towel. That's an 18 by 20 twisted loop
Crazy
towel.
color.
I love the size of that because it's very manageable and they can suck a lot of water. So the towels,
Yeah.
they suck. Definitely.
The color matches.
We blend it exactly.
It matches
well, the same
perfectly.
if you notice the teal.
Yes.
So we have
absolutely.
the shampoo when you're done washing your car, that same color. You use this, so I like to color coordinate. So no,
Absolutely.
it's pretty awesome. And see, we have these Freebird 400s as well. Let me look at that hand imprint. These are the softest in the line, 400 GSM, but just that super plush
super
texture.
soft.
Yeah, we have a bunch of different ones. The Jobber 350 is going to be your all-purpose kind of towel, 350 GSM. We have, again, the rinseless drying towel. We have this full drying towel, the mitt. We have the ceramic coating towels. So we have the level 1 for your first leveling of the coating. We have the final level, which is the final buffing towel, slightly thicker. Both are pearl weave, so I love those for coatings. We have the Mr. Twister towel. So that's a twisted loop, which I like with the spray products. So the quick detailer, the ceramic spray
ceramic
sealant,
sealant.
you can use it as a glass towel as well. Works super well, no
Fantastic.
linting.
They're
Absolutely.
more of an overall. You can use them for anything. These twisters are fantastic.
Any towel you can use for whatever you guys want. So, of course, I have my preferences,
Yeah.
but towels are multi-use type
Absolutely.
stuff, right? Like this one here, I like for polish removal, wax removal, that kind of stuff. But people are free to play with them and just enjoy to do whatever they want.
I like that your interior towels are white.
Yes.
I like
that
a
was the whole
lighter color.
purpose. Yep.
To be able to see what you're removing.
Exactly.
If you're removing top coat or you're not,
Yep.
or
what kind of dirt?
Yeah,
is it still
exactly.
dirty or not? You got it. That's the reason
Yeah,
of
the
the
white
white
ones have
color.
been fantastic. Pan, it's been a
Hey,
pleasure.
my pleasure.
One last question.
Yes.
Anything else coming in the future that you can give us a little bit of sneak peek what you're working on?
No. I can't. It's good. No. People are going to go like, they're going to want to know because don't forget they're going to bombard me with the questions, dates, and so I got to keep it under wraps. I'll
Fair
maybe
enough.
tell you secretly because I trust this guy and I
Off
know
camera.
he keeps his word, by the way. And let me tell you this.
Absolutely.
I'm happy that you're starting your channel. I'm happy. I'm his first interview. He's such a good person. If you're watching this video and you're not subscribed to the channel, guys, it costs you nothing. Click that subscribe button. Help Adamo out. He's so passionate. He also loves hockey. He's from
Absolutely.
Canada. I love hockey. We share that passion.
Yes, we do.
But beyond that, he's just a great human. I wish you all the success in the world
Thank
with
you
your
so
channel,
much,
buddy.
man.
And we'll see each other at the next SEMA as well for sure.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I look forward to
Thanks
it.
for
Thank you,
passing
my
by.
friend. Take care.
Bye, everyone.